So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Fraser McKenzie here. No, this is not a drill. I am back on commentary. I've been away for the last couple of weeks. Well, I wasn't commentating last weekend, but I'm back this weekend. Round 12 of the Extreme 1 Racing League, part of the Extreme Racing League. We are here in Hungary for the last race before the transfer window kicks in. Apologies if you can't hear any sound from the stream, but we'll try and get that up as soon as we can. And Owen Lewis retiring from the session. That's down to the fact that he's serving a qualifying ban, so he'll be starting from the back of the grid. We could end up with a last to first scenario here, which will definitely make things very interesting. So having a look at the standings in the championship. See how it's playing out at the moment. Anthony Waddington only 3 points ahead of Owen Lewis in the championship. Jarbelu, 78 points, he's third. Kyle Keegan fourth in the championship with 73. And Ivan, my co-commentator, one of my fellow commentators, he is fifth in the championship with 67 points. In the Constructors' Championship, meanwhile, Red Bull running away with it. Not quite, though, but as I say that, Anthony Bauer in the Red Bull goes fastest, so 1:16.9 at the moment. That's 164 points. Then we've got Sport Pacer Racing Point Formula 1 team. To take a page out of Matthew Gallagher's playbook from WTF1. Big shout out to those guys. 144 points. McLaren 121 and Renault 117. Mercedes 104. It's a very close championship. I mean, all it's going to take is a couple of races to swing the championship around. We're with Tom Edwards here at the moment in the Toro Rosso. For anyone wondering if I'm going to be in action on the racing front this evening, don't worry, I'll be in action in the Extreme 2 Racing League. So here's Kyle Keegan on his flying lap at the moment. And Keane going slightly wide on that last corner. Hopefully doesn't affect his lap time too much. Goes 9th, 1:18.8. And Michael Booker coming across the line now, 1:19.3. The only drivers yet to settle lap time are Jarvis, Ryan, Forey, JBL, and Brendan. As I was saying, Owen Lewis, he's in the drop zone now, but because he's serving a qualifying ban, he'll be out with a point to prove to try and retake the lead in the championship. At this point, it looks like it's going to be a two-horse race between Waddington and Lewis for the championship. So here's Jarvis in the Haas. His teammate Jamie, fourth at the moment at 1:17.9. Jarvis, 1:18.6, goes ninth. Here's JBL, yellow flags on the circuit. And that's one of the racing points. That's Tom McGregor. $17.9 for JBL. He goes fourth. Ryan Forey's just starting his lap. We'll ride on board with him for this lap. Fans have often called this track Monaco without the barriers because of how difficult it is to overtake. Tom Edwards getting swiftly out of the way. So it's just Ryan Forey. This is Ryan Forey and Brendan that are yet to set a lap time. Coming through the final sector now. We've got a couple of corners left to negotiate. We've got this slow left-hander, watch the curb. Very easy to spin, as we saw in the Talk of the Devil League last night. And there we go, 17.6. Which puts him fourth. And that just leaves Brendan, the only driver yet to set a lap time. Of course, I'm not including Owen Lewis in this equation because, like I said, he's currently serving a qualifying ban. $118.3 puts him 13th at the moment. And we've got a newcomer to the league this evening, James Dillon. James, welcome to the team. got about 6 minutes to go now. We're into the final third of this first part of qualifying. The running order at the moment: Anthony Bauer on pole position, Waddington second, James Dillon third, Ryan Forey fourth, JBL fifth, Jamie sixth, Keegan seventh, Romano, we're watching right now, in eighth, Caesar ninth, and Matt Dixon rounding up the top 10. So here's Jorge in the Ferrari. Jorge now up into 8th after that lap, a 1:18.1. And one thing I've just noticed from the standings, the standings are actually from interesting thing there is the fact that the league standings that I have, they're only as of the British Grand Prix, the German Grand Prix. We did manage to stream the German Grand Prix last week, so I don't know what happened there. Jarvis is just coming to the pits. He's not going to be improving on his lap time. The only people that can improve are Gareth, Tom, and Lee. And Tom has finished his lap. He's not going to be advancing. Tom McGregor, the only man realistically in danger on top of Brendan. Gareth comes into the pits. He aborts his lap. Lee does improve, but he's not going to advance. And we have the sound back. There we go. There you go. Jarvis, Gareth, Tom Edwards, Lee and Owen eliminated from this part of qualifying. So on to the second part of qualifying. What's the strategy going to be for the drivers? We'll be finding out here. Here we are. We're with my co-commentator Ivan. Last night in the Tour of the Devil League, he threw down the gauntlet. Wants a commentator versus commentator challenge with me. Ivan, I'm sure we can get that arranged. He's one. Well, I'm going to try and... Alright, I'm going to see if I can try and fix the issue. Trying to get these issues fixed. People have been disconnected from the session, so hopefully we can fix the issue. And James Dillon, what a lap from him, 1:17.626. I might as well call it 1:17 Stitch. They will be very happy with that. Here's Wallington, our championship leader. Well, I'm just going by the standings. That I have at the moment. We've got the transfer window about to kick in. It's kicked in for the Talk the Devil League. It'll be kicking in after this evening's races are out of the way. Brendan and Wallington. Ivan went fastest with a 1:17.3, but Waddington 16.721. It's a monster of a lap. Into the top 10, a 1:18.3. Everyone in the bottom 5 are on an out lap right now. They're on a flying lap even. Caesar looking to improve on his lap time. He's down to 12th, but he's improving on his lap time at the moment. Michael Booker and Matt Dixon, they're not going to improve. They're out. He's got 118.1 to beat. He doesn't improve. Caesar's out. That's Caesar out of qualifying. Here's JBL. Jamie is fine. Jamie is okay. He's 6th. He'll be safe. Tom McGregor isn't safe. He's out. And JBL improve on his lap time. He's out of ERS. But he's had a blistering lap and blisteringly brilliant. 17-0. And he goes through to the shootout. So it's Romano, Caesar, Michael Booker, Matt Dixon, and Tom McGregor. That's who's out of qualifying. There we go, it's Waddington, Kyle Keaton, JBL, Ryan Forey, Ivan, James Dillon, Jamie, Anthony Bauer, Jorge, and Brendan. That is your top 10. As we prepare for the shootout. Top 10 on the mediums, that is very impressive. It does mean they'll be having a longer first stint. Anthony Bauer will also be starting on the mediums as well. So we've got Ivan, Rian, and JBL all out on track at the moment. JBL, Rian, Jorge following suit. Anthony Bauer on track as well. Now I've just been informed by one of our viewers, Dino BA. Shout out to you, man. Fastest Q3 time in the Talking Devil Elite rate in the Elite League. Fastest qualifying time there was a 1:16.5. Waddington did a 16.7. He's only 2/10 off. This could definitely be an opportunity for Waddington to try and push himself into the elite league with how well he's been doing with his qualifying. $17.5 from Fori. Great start from him. 17.2 for JBL. Ooh, this is getting interesting. And Ivan, what's he going to do? Only an 18.2. There's Jorge in the Ferrari. What's he going to pull out of the bag? 18.1. Flying lap, right on Balderton, heading down to turn 1. Sneaking into turn 2, and then into turn 3. Quick turn 4, up the hill, towards turns 5 and 6. Then turn 7, it's so easy to lose the back end of the car here if you clip the curb onto turns 8 and 9, tight chicane. And then we got Jamie. Where did he pull that one from? 16.8. He's only 3/10 away from the fastest time in the Elite League. Here's Kyle Keegan. 16.839. We've got Waddington, James, and Brendan all out on the track. Bauer going to have another crack at it. We've got some support for Waddington. And we got James first. Onto the track first to do his flying lap. Anthony Bauer just crossing the line to start his new flying lap. And Waddington starting his flying lap, which leaves Brendan. Slightly onto the grass for James. Predictions are already. The guys are predicting that Waddington's going to get pole position, as he has so often done throughout this season. An 18.9, which is an okay lap time for him. Here comes Bauer. He's almost 3/10 up. He's almost 8/10 up on his best lap time. This is going to be a very quick lap time. 16.4. He's just beaten the fastest elite time today. The fastest elite time was a 16.5. Bauer's just pulled off a 16.4. What a lap time. Waddington, meanwhile, only a 16.8. 17.7 for Brendan. Anthony Bauer on the verge of potentially his first pole position of the season. They will have time to go for another lap. I'm pretty sure some of the elite racers will be watching this. And after seeing that lap from Bauer, you got to think to yourself, this guy could be a potential for the elite league. You know, Waddington's in the pits. He's not going to get it. Waddington's not going to get pole. Bauer could still keep it. Rian's out on track. Everyone apart from the front row at the moment is out on track. Looks like Brendan's abandoned his lap. Here's one of the Ferraris. Rian Forey. He's looking good. He's looking quick. He improves. 17.1. unfortunately either abandoned his lap. And Kyle Keegan, 16.5. He doesn't beat Bauer. James Dillon, he's not gonna. Jamie abandoned his lap. JBL, the only driver that can stop Anthony Bauer from taking his first pole position of the season. And he doesn't improve. Anthony Bauer, his first pole position of the season. And Kyle Keegan in second. Absolutely brilliant. What a climax to qualifying. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Round 12 of the Extreme 1 Racing League. We are here at the Budapest circuit. The Hungary, I should say, in Budapest. Budapest, nicknamed the City of Baths, as Budapest boasts around 450 public spas and bathhouses throughout the city, and it's also the home to the world's first official wine region, dating all the way back to the 5th century, which is very impressive. So that's how old the oldest official wine region is, almost over 1600 years old. So here we go. It's a 2.72 mile circuit, one of the shortest tracks on the calendar. There's 2 DRS zones, and you've got 14 corners to negotiate. Some of the action zones to look out for: Senna versus PK on the run down to turn 1 at the very first race at this track, no less. And at turn 2, you've got Bottas versus Vettel. Bottas losing a bit of his front wing on that day. And casting your minds back to 2011 at turn 12, Hamilton versus Webber, back when Red Bull were the dominant team in the sport. The 3 tyre compounds we have versus this weekend, you're looking at the medium range, just like it back at Silverstone. The soft tyres, the C4, the mediums, the C3, and the hards, the C2. There's not much difference between the soft and the medium as far as their tyre span, as far as their lifespan is concerned. You're looking at roughly 21 seconds for a pit stop round this track. So here's the starting order then. Anthony Bauer on pole position for the first time this season. Great qualifying lap from him. Faster than the Elite League's fastest qualifying time last night. Then you've got Kyle Keegan alongside him on the front row. Then you've got Anthony Waddington. A great qualifying performance from him. Then you've got Jamie in 4th, followed by Jorge and Rian Fori in an all-Ferrari 3rd row. JBL in 7th, great performance from him. Ivan in 8th. A great debut for James Dillon here. He managed to get up into 9th. Fantastic performance from him. Then we've got Romano in the 10th, followed by Caesar and Michael Booker. On row 7, you've got Matt Dixon and Tom McGregor. Then you've got Jarvis, Gareth, Tom Edwards, Lee, and Owen Lewis. Brendan, not on the grid at the moment, but hopefully Hopefully we can get him in before the start of the race. You're looking at roughly 16 to 24 laps on the softs. The 21 to 30 laps on the mediums. And 46 to 54 laps on the hard tyres. Yeah, Brendan's meant to be starting 9th. Well, looks like looks like the race is getting started, because it looks like James Dillon has encountered technical issues as well. We go 5 lights, and when they go out, it will be race time here in Hungary. Great start there. Wallington, right down the middle. He's trying to get past Keegan. Carnage at turn 1 already! Carnage at turn 1 already. That's one of the McLarens. It's Romano. Romano's been involved in an incident. Jamie's been involved as well. And that's one of the Alphas. That's Matt Dixon. One of the Haas's. Absolute drama here. Matt Dixon already a time penalty for his collision with Lee. Look at this. Owen Lewis, almost losing the back end. Already up into 8th. Tom McGregor up into 5th. Tom Edwards up into 8th. Serious winner said, oh dear, that's one of the McLarens. That's Ivan again. And oh, it's all falling apart for Owen Lewis. We're going to have a lot of drivers in the pit. Gareth in the pits, Romano in the pits, Jarvis in the pits, Owen in the pits, Ivan in the pits, and Matt Dixon in the pits as well. Not what I would have wanted, nevertheless. Waddington in the lead. Carl Keegan second, Anthony Bauer third, JBL fourth, Tom McGregor fifth, Booker sixth, Jorge seventh, Tom Edwards eighth, Maury ninth, Caesar 10th. Then you've got Jamie, Lee Edwards, Gareth, Romano, Owen, Jarvis, Matt, and Ivan. The biggest winners out of the start. Lee up 7 places. Tom Edwards and Tom McGregor both gaining 10 positions. Well, first lap drama, as is so often the case in this league. And Owen Lewis, oh no! Owen Lewis is out of the race! Less than turn 1. Owen will be gutted with that. That is going to put a serious dent in his hunt for the championship. leaving the pits again. Well, I think again. Now that's his first stop of the day. It's very early for his stop. More than likely a front wing change. That wouldn't surprise me at this point. That was a real shame for Owen Lewis, though. Very consistent all season. Keegan and Jorge in the pits. Kyle Keegan, a front wing change. Are we going to have a front wing change for Jorge? No, it's just going to be a regular stop, interestingly. And Michael Booker up into 4th. Tom Edwards in 5th. Got past Tom McGregor. Got a 4-car scrap by the looks of it for 4th place. Booker, Edwards, McGregor and Forey. Ivan in the pits again. Is he having to change his front wing again? No, he's onto the hard tyres now. I'll surely see him through to the end of the race. Jamie with a 3-second time penalty. Tom McGregor in the pits. Again, the stewards are going to need to clear that debris up at some point, otherwise it's going to cause a puncture, because it looks like it's part of the Owen Lewis's front wing. Tom onto the mediums. JBL with the time penalty meanwhile. Forey right on the back of Tom Edwards. This is for 5th place. Jamie and Caesar having their own battle for 7th. JBL in the pits from 3rd. George Booker up into 3rd. So look at this, Anthony Bauer closing in on Waddington. He's within DRS ring, but he won't be able to use DRS for at least another lap. But the gap is closing. He's less than a second behind him. Bauer right on the back of Waddington. Going to try for down to turn 1. Dixon with a time penalty. Bauer trying to get past. Not on this occasion. Bauer slightly onto the grass. And Waddington coming into the pits, which means Anthony Bauer is back in the lead of the race. Got Rianne Forey in the pits as well now. Michael Booker now up into second place. Third of the way through the race already. Got a three-car scrap here. Tom Edwards, Jamie and Caesar battling for fourth place. Caesar going wide. what's that? That's one of the Renaults going very slowly. I think that was that was Ivan that just went past. It's Lee. Lee having issues. Waddington fastest lap of the race. Lee into the pits now. So here's a front wing change. Waddington managed to get past Michael Booker without much trouble. Jamie with a time penalty. Tom McGregor back in the pits. Waddington 17 seconds behind. He's closing the gap. And Lee's out of the race. That's a real shame. He's been having technical issues all weekend. Closing the gap on Bauer. Now it looks like you've got to let's see what we've got here. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 car scrap for fourth place. Tom Edwards, Jamie, Caesar, JBL, and Kyle Keegan. JBL starting to drop off though. We've got 5 cars in this battle for fourth place. As Anthony Bauer comes into the pits, which means Waddington will take the lead of the race. He's going on to the hards. Hard tyres for the remainder of the race. And you've got to think Waddington might have to make a second stop, possibly onto the softs. We'll wait and see what happens. And Jamie gets through with little to no difficulty, up into fourth. Into lap 16, almost halfway through the race now. In the pits, as is Jamie, which puts Tom Edwards back up into fourth. And oh, Keegan almost losing it. Now he's got JBL to worry about. It's one of the McLarens. Ivan, only driver to be lapped at the moment. With Michael Booker 17 laps on those mediums. You got to think Kyle Keegan will be going to the end of the race on those tyres. Meanwhile, a little further ahead, we've got Caesar battling Jamie for 8th place. On the hard tyres, they'll be going to the end of the race without a doubt. Tom McGregor, the only driver on soft tyres at the moment. Michael Booker in the pits from third. That puts JBL up into third. 11 laps in those hards. Might be able to go to the end on them. We'll need to see what happens. Was losing a couple of places there. And oh, he went wide at turn one. And oh, Caesar spun it. Not what he would have wanted. Lap 22 now. We're approaching the closing stages of the race now. With Warrington's win today, that'll put him one step closer to the championship. It'll be a huge boost for him. Colgate in the pits. The end of the race. Jarvis trying to keep within touching distance of Caesar. Into lap 25 now. 10 laps to go after this. Looks like everything's maintaining status quo now. And you've got to think at this point, it might be touch and go. Jarvis in the pits now. Be another front wing change very early. Nevertheless, Caesar with technical issues. It's a little concerning. The gap staying at roughly 6 seconds between Bauer and Waddington. And Gareth encountering technical issues as well now, that's concerning. McGregor in the pits again. And Gareth has managed to fix his technical issues. Hopefully Caesar gets his fixed. Gap's down to 5.3. Matt Dixon coming in for Sauce. He might, with the amount of time that's left, he might as well go with the fastest start. Bauer, meanwhile, he's closing the gap on Waddington. Matt Dixon with a time penalty. That didn't take long. Here we go. Gap down to 4.3. If Bauer can catch Waddington at a second a lap, you've got to think we're going to be in for a grandstand finish and potentially Bauer's first win of the season. Keegan with a time penalty. Down to 3.5 seconds. You've got to think, almost on the grass there, you've got to think that Bauer is going to see Waddington ahead of him very shortly. Mercedes are in the pits meanwhile. Gap's starting to go back up now, that's a little concerning. Gap down to 4 seconds. Yellow flags in sector 1. What could that be for? Whatever it is. Bound will need to negotiate at some point. And this explains why Waddington's getting away, because he's turned it up to the max. Tom McGregor. At a second a lap. At this point, it's looking like a tall order at this point. But oh, heads up. Get out of the way. Looking about a man on a mission. Yellow flag at sector 3. Turning it down, while Bauer keeping it at level 1 for the ERS. And you've got to think he's going to see him. He's going to see him shortly. Look at that, the gap's down to 1.5 seconds already. What on earth is happening to Waddington? Here we go, folks. It's grandstand finish time! Bauer is only going to have, realistically, one shot at trying to get past Waddington with how difficult it is to overtake on this track. And now Bauer within DRS range. Here we go. Bauer, realistically, he needs a good run out of this one, slipping to corners. Romano with a time penalty. And here we go. Bauer's got DRS. He's not going to be close enough on this occasion. Tries to go for a lunge. And Tom McGregor's out of the race. That's both racing points out of the Grand Prix. Kalki with technical issues. But there he goes on. Oh my word! Bauer did not go for it. Here he goes on the outside. Wallington forces him off. They almost touch. Coming around the final sequence of corners now. One corner to go. It's not enough. Anthony Waddington wins the Hungarian Grand Prix, and Anthony Bauer's put it into the wall! Are you kidding me? Anthony Bauer has put it into the wall! A surefire second place, but instead he's going to get absolutely nothing! And JBL comes through to take an unlikely second place. They're going to need to watch as they come round that final corner. And because of time penalties, no, JBL keeps second place. Rian Fori takes third. Jamie across the line in fourth. But Michael Booker takes fourth because of time penalties, pushing Jamie down to fifth. Romano is going to take the last point-paying position. Tom Edwards through in sixth. Jorge. And there we go. Waddington, JBL, Rian Fori, Michael Booker, Jamie, Tom Edwards, Jorge, Kyle Keegan. Anthony Bauer, despite his last corner crash, still finishes ninth. Romano getting the last point paying position. Then you've got Matt Dixon, Garrett Caesar, Ivan, and Jarvis. Ivan getting the fastest lap outside the top 10. So here we are, folks, with our podium. Third place for Ferrari, it's Rian Fori. Second place in Williams. Second place for Williams, Jarbelu. And in first place, our winner today, Anthony Waddington. Anthony, massive congratulations on your win today.
Thank you, Kenzie.
With how long you managed to last on those tyres, how did you manage it?
I just stuck it into lean fuel mix. I think the gap was like 6 seconds at one point, and then they were like just less than a second behind me. So I was saving fuel, I was saving ERS as well, and I just made a final push on last 2 laps.
And what we did notice as well was that with Anthony Bauer, who ended up with that spectacular, essentially lost crash. He was definitely catching you. How did you keep him behind you?
I just defended. It's an hard track to overtake. If you defend your inside line, you make it difficult, because obviously you have to send the driver the longest way. And no one likes going the longest way around. Even I don't.
Yeah, and like I was saying in the interviews for the Talk Level Main League last night, there's a reason fans call this track want to go without the barriers.
Definitely. It's so difficult to overtake around here.
You certainly made it difficult for Anthony Bauer this evening. With the transfer window coming into play now, are there any predictions on who you think will be making any transfer requests over the course of the next couple of weeks?
Myself, I'm happy at Renault. I think I'm doing a stellar job for him. Just a shame it's only me flying flag at the minute for us. I don't know, it's difficult to judge because this is all equal performance, so it's just down to driver ability really. I don't think it matters what car you go in. I'm content at Renault, I'll not be moving.
Well, there you go, you heard it here first, folks. Anthony very happy with where he is. Thanks very much for your time, Anthony, and congratulations again on your win this evening.
Thank you very much.
Jarbelu, I was half expecting you to be in third with the battle for the race win on the last couple of laps, but here we are, second. Great boost for you in the championship.
Second. Thank you very much. So by the way, Anthony, your bike's echoing slightly.
I'll mute it, dude. 2 seconds.
That was a big first corner crash with involving like an Alfa Romeo and the Racing Point. It managed me to promote me up to 6, and then I managed to keep my pace throughout the whole entire race. And apparently, like in the third corner, there was an incident with Jamie and another car. And Rian was actually catching up really fast. Since I had a bigger gap than 3 seconds, I managed to beat him to second. I wasn't expecting to for mechanical set to retire on last 5 yards to the finish line. So I'm glad I got second.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting that retirement.
Yeah. Considering transfer window, I am considering to move elsewhere since Williams are towards the bottom of the team championship. Anthony wink wink. So I'm looking to move to one of the top 10 teams once again. Anthony wink wink. Anyway. So yeah.
Well, there we go. So potentially a. Yeah, he's just responded with he's just responded with a couple of winking emojis as well. So we could. So there we go, folks. We could potentially be seeing JBL and Anthony Waddington as teammates after the transfer window, and their first race together potentially being at Belgium.
Well, thank you for having me once again.
Yeah, thanks very much for your time. And last but no means least, Rian Fori. Rian, fantastic performance from you. Very unlikely podium given the last corner drama.
I had a lonely race the whole race. In contact with the first corner, with lap one. Managed to get out of contact with everyone, didn't do up any damage up in the just a lonely race.
Same question goes for you, Rian. Are you planning on making any transfer requests at any point?
I wouldn't say no for upgrade, but I'll take anything that comes my way.
Yeah. So you're not bothered about where you'd go?
Not at all, no.
But overall, how do you feel the race went from your perspective?
So you say again?
How do you feel the race went from your perspective?
Well, like I said, it was quite a lonely race. I wanted to do a two-stop. That was the fast strategy from the start. But all the contact on my lap one, I immediately decided to switch to a one-stop, especially the guys that sneak past in 3 and 1. They're quite slow on the first turn.
We'll definitely keep an eye out on what's happening with transfer windows. Rian, thank you very much for your time, and well done again on your third place.
Kenzie,
Yes.
I've just told JBL on Messenger chat I'll take him with open arms.
You heard it here first, folks.
I won't mind having him alongside me, to be fair. He's a good driver.
Yeah, with my Anthony just getting all the wins. Might as well. So, I think podium the season for me. Happy with that. At least that extends my championship lead in third place. Ahead of Carl Keegan, which had a bad race, it looks like.
And with Owen Lewis not finishing the race today, that's given JBL in your case a big boost for potentially going for second in the championship, and in Waddington's case, huge boost in his hunt for the championship.
When I found out he had a qualifying ban, it was music to my ears, and then like a few laps in, he retired, and I'm like, you know what, it's just falling right into place for me.
Honestly, from my point of view, Marspane is too ahead for me in the championship in second for me to catch up to him. I'm on like 78 points, he's like 100 over. So, of course this is a boost for me since Marspane did retire. So, maybe catching up to him slightly, if he can retire a bit more.
Well, we'll definitely keep that in mind But guys, thanks very much for your time and congratulations again on your results.
Thank you. Congratulations to the other two.
Yep, thank you. Thank you.
So there we are, folks. That's it for this evening. You can join us in about an hour's time for the Extreme 2 Racing League, where you'll hear our second place finisher, JBL, alongside Matt Dixon on commentary for that race. I will be in the driver's seat for Williams. And we'll wait and see what happens. But until then, it's a good night from me. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. Actually, we won't see you next week because we'll be in the middle of the transfer window. So we'll see you at the next race in Belgium. Until then, it's a good night from me. Thanks for watching.